what's up YouTube? It's Action again, and so before I wrap up the video, I'm going to be updating you guys on what happened the past 2 days on training camp, on Saturday's practice, Thursday's practice, and then any Cowboys updates like the contract extension that we gave to a Cowboy player. We're still interested in a past Cowboy player, anything like that. So before we hop into the video, I appreciate if you guys would like the video, subscribe if you're new, comment and share. Anyone who you know will watch my content, man. So hopping straight into it, get it out the way real quick, and congratulating Cowboys Malik Hooker, man. Came a long way, really, from starting at the height of his career out of Ohio State, getting drafted in top 18, top 20 pick selected to the Indianapolis Colts. That now working out, him getting cut, then him coming to the Dallas Cowboys in 2021. Behind Damontae Kazee on the depth chart and safety position. And then for him to, get a big contract extension worth a 3-year extension worth $24 million. Contract, in my opinion, also considering that we never really cared for the safety position before Dan Quinn came into the building, because the only time that we would draft safeties, I believe, would be around the 4th or 5th round. We never had an emphasis on caring about the safety position until Dan Quinn was our defensive coordinator, which is great, because before we were at a cry for help when we had Jeff Heath starting, Darian Thompson, Xavier Woods, a bunch of safeties who, didn't really pan out for Dallas or weren't really that great. We got Malik Hooker, we got Donovan Wilson, we got, Jaron Kearse, all three who start. And it's crazy that we got 2 more safeties that are on the depth chart that don't even start because of how great we are getting play from our top 3 safeties. And then if you want to add in 3 with Tyler Coyle, who's been balling out in training camp. So really, we were 6 safeties, 7 safeties deep right now. And they all can play, really, if it really came down to it. So shouts out to him getting his money. Again, the media, talking about Zeke Elliott. He's back in news again where that 3 teams are interested in bringing back Zeke, or, bringing Zeke in to potentially get signed are the New England Patriots, of course, Dallas, and then the New York Jets. Contract news, we're still waiting about Zach Martin for him to get paid. He's so far collected $500,000 in fines so far. He needs to get his money done. I believe it will get done before September 10th, before we play the New York Giants. So I'm not really too concerned with that. So now really I'm going to talk about training camp. And another thing about the training camp videos that I normally do and I talk about and everything like that, I'm going to put the highlights at the end of the video. So as soon as I'm done with this video and I'm done with the talking portion, I'll do the highlights. Just letting you guys know if you guys come in for the highlights throughout the end of the video. Alrighty, man. So in training camp, talking about August 3rd, which was Thursday's practice, I'm talking about that first. And really what you're getting from this theme of this practice was defense. Again, you keep hearing defense in every single day of the practice. Offense is still making plays as well, but what you're hearing a lot from both sides is that both are going at it, both are having great days. Your quarterback is playing solid, defense are having their moments as well. You're getting a lot of contributions right now. What it seems like out of DeMarvin Overshown, our 6'4" linebacker out of Texas, who's potentially going to be a guy who you see starting this season. And if things they had problems with coming out of college really was wrapping up and tackling, and then falling for the misdirection, a lot of the eye candy that teams like the Niners, Eagles will run. So, that's really the theme that's been going on in practice. Jalen Tolbert has been balling out consistently. Eric Scott Jr. looks like a late-round steal, and we knew he's going to be a late-round steal, especially when Dallas traded up in the first, the first pick of the 5th, and, we gave up even next year's 5th-round pick to the Chiefs to trade up and get this guy. So you knew that the Dallas Cowboys saw something in him to trade up for it. So talking about practice 6 for the Dallas Cowboys, defense got after the offense on that particular day. Pass rush made things tough for the offense to even run their plays. When given the time, the running back room had a good day, mostly with Donald, Ronald Jones, and Deuce Vaughn. Interior defensive line was nasty, including Hankins and Mozzie both were shined. Mozzie had a nice clip where he just, pushed back an offensive guard 5-6 yards, and the guard was struggling to even deal with Mozzie. So like I already said with Mozzie, if he can just be a man in the middle where he just cannot get moved, and then he can, also bring something to you in the pass rush game. If he can average like 3 or 4 sacks, which I think is possible. I'm probably setting the bar too low, especially knowing how great our defensive line is. But I just know that when it's time for those quarterbacks to step up, Mozzie and Osa are going to be right there. So I love that the interior's doing their thing. Also, it was a long practice session. They're saying it was a lot of teamwork. Overall, Overshown and Jabril were both active in coverage, which is great to hear, especially, especially hearing it from Jabril, because you're getting that linebacker depth right there when you already know your 2 starters so far are going to be Leighton Vander Esch, who I've also been hearing that he's been getting in work in the pass rush department, which he should, especially since we have him blitzing a lot of, if it's like third and forever, we're most likely sending Leighton Vander Esch, depending on what type of team we're playing. If we're playing like the Giants or a team that has a weak offensive line, or not even a weak, just not only a weak offensive line, but a quarterback who's kind of gun shy, we're definitely going to send Leighton Vander Esch, and him getting pass rush work is really going to help us, get to the quarterback a lot quicker. So, Marquise Bell continuing to have solid practices, building good days on good days. Speaking about Leighton Vander Esch, on that particular day, he got up limping early and he continued on afterwards. Gilmore has blanketed everyone not named CD. We're talking about yesterday's practice, which was Saturday, and they're saying just expect the defense to lead the way this entire season. This is for sure. I love the way that we keep adding young talent to the draft ever since 2021. We keep adding young defensive talent to it, and I love that. The young tight ends were a bright spot, including Tyler Hendershot and John Stevens. Oso Odighizuwa is a menace in the middle. Kickers went 1 of 6 during the Mojo moment, which is not a great day at all by any stretch of the means. You guys already know how I feel about the kicker situation. Eric Scott had the most complete practice of Saturday, multiple big hits, which I was talking about with Tyler Coyle. Had a big hit and even draw the ball loose from Stevens. Also, Deuce Vaughn and Diggs with one-handed grabs and drills. Jalen Brooks and Jalen Tolbert still making an impact. And that was pretty much the day from training camp on Saturday. You're hearing a lot of great things. So just before we head out, man, that's really the talk of training camp. Kicker situation, I already put up on the screen on 2 kickers who I feel like the Dallas Cowboys should be interested in. We're being linked to Mason Crosby. So I don't know if it's that Green Bay connection between our head coach and then Mason Crosby because he still is a free agent. But I would love Robbie Gould. They're saying that he doesn't like to do kickoffs, but, in the playoffs, he's for sure the guy who's going to get it done for you when you need a big kick in the playoffs. So, of course, if we can bring a Robbie Gould, that's my dream scenario. But Mason Crosby is not a bad secondary option. But sometimes for me, I see a little bit where he'll miss certain kicks, but he's more of a veteran guy that when it comes down to it, he's going to make the game-winning field goal or whatever. He's done that plenty of times against us. So that's about it for the video. Hope you guys have a nice day. Stay safe, stay blessed.